Is good, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy, as always, living a dream, living a life, making it happen. And I believe that at one point in time it was said, Ringo J, I think we're doing it live. We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
Let's do it live.
We're doing it live.
How y'all feeling today? Chicago, as always, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. We are making it happen live on YouTube, live on the Contender, live on Facebook. Y'all get in tune with us on all of those, We appreciate y'all for joining in here with us. Ringo, how you feeling this week, my boy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. The weather is decent, man.
Dog. It's so, man, let me tell you about Chicago. Chicago will hit you with 15 different weathers in a week. In a week, bro.
That's true.
And it's mind-blowing to me, dog. It's mind-blowing to me how many times in a week I'm sitting here just like, yo, it's legit freezing right now. Like, it was 63 yesterday. Like a legit 63. It's legit freezing right now. But we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Got a little bit of baseball talk on the slate today. The Chicago White Sox getting in their opening day tomorrow versus the Angels. Cubs also got a couple of games coming up. You know, our resident Cubs fan in the building. So we're going to break that down here in hour one of the show. As always, man, make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the page because we do talk Chicago sports weekly. And we don't want you to miss a thing, so make sure that you hit that bell. Ringo J.
Yeah, man.
It's time. It's time, finally, for a couple of winning teams. And even though the Cubs, I mean, a little bit of, but you know, they'll win more than they'll lose.
Hey.
But we finally are at a point where we've got a couple of teams with one team with a ton of optimism, another team with a little bit of confusion, but also a little bit of optimism and what they're trying to do in the White Sox and the Cubs. And I really think that we're getting to a point where White Sox fans as a whole can have real excitement. Real excitement. And I love that. I love that we're here. I love that we're here. I want to get a breakdown of what you guys think. And P Kid will be joining us as well. I want to get a breakdown of how you guys feel. What you guys think about this team coming in. Because when I look at this White Sox team, as a White Sox fan, as black and white, this is what we do. When I look at this team, I'm going to be real with you. To this point, right? To this point. When I saw this team and Eloy Jimenez made the boneheaded play and ends up getting hurt, I was upset that Eloy got hurt. I was upset that he put us in a position where we have to play these games without him. But I was not worried. And I think that says so much about this team. I was not worried about our White Sox coming in. I was not worried about this team, even though we lost one of our best hitters. That's what speaks to this season to me. If you want to talk about anything that speaks to this season, that's what speaks to this season to me. That I could look at this team and not be worried that they were in the position they're in right now. Losing one of your best hitters, losing somebody who is 35 home runs a game, legitimately. We got YBS in the chat. How you feeling, my boy?
YBS. What's going on?
When you look at this White Sox team, what do you think of, Ringo?
Well, I'm just thinking that like this is one of the most complete teams, in my opinion, that the AL has right now. I mean, if you look, for y'all to lose Eloy, and what happened? I mean, you still got guys. I mean, Jose Abreu said he's ready for the season. Him and Tony La Russa got a plan in place. You got Tim Anderson coming back for another year. The pitching staff looks ready to go. I mean, everything looks in place. I see legitimately no holes. And if Michael Kopech comes back and gives this team another dominant pitcher, because I'm expecting something big out of Lucas Giolito this year.
Yeah.
I almost to the point like I'm not gonna call it Cy Young, but if he could definitely build off what we saw earlier, and Michael Kopech come back and do what he do.
Yeah.
ALCS, like,
is that too high? Is that too high of a place to put them right now? Is that too high of a mantle to put them on right now?
I mean, not necessarily, because I mean, I don't feel that way. I mean, you got Tim Anderson coming. Like I said, Tim Anderson's coming back for another year.
Absolutely.
Jose Abreu, MVP.
Absolutely.
And like I was just saying, him and Tony La Russa seem to have a good rapport already. Then after that, you just look at the catches. Like, everything is solidified on this team, so I don't feel like there's gonna be much of a drop off with Eloy out. And
that's the crazy part, right? That's the crazy part.
I mean, it's crazy. Like, in baseball, I feel like, especially with him getting hurt, this is definitely a good problem to have. But like I said, if this team gets rolling, and then Eloy comes back, and then like he gets healthy and tears it up going into the playoffs, bruh,
it's dangerous. It's dangerous,
bruh,
and you have to
scary, man.
And you have to understand. Listen, this is an AL that is absolutely loaded, and we're looking at this White Sox team as one of the best. I mean, I'm predicting the White Sox to win over 90 games this season. I'm predicting the White Sox to win over 90 games this season. And Baki and Alive, what's good, P1 Baki? Because to me, when I look at this team, I see a team that is ready to win, and you've just added, and a lot of people very critical of the Tony La Russa move. And I think I'm not gonna lie to you, I can't say that I wasn't one of them. I was a little bit let down when that move actually got put through. I was kind of like mind blown that move actually got put through. But when I look at this team, when I look at what this team is able to do, and you add a Hall of Fame manager to that, when you add a Hall of Fame manager to that, and we can say what we want about him. Like I said, I wasn't on board for the hire of Tony La Russa. But when you add a Hall of Fame manager to that, somebody that, what was the White Sox biggest problem last season? Pitching staff. We get into a series with the Athletics, and all of a sudden, we don't know how to manage our pitching staff because one of our pitchers got hurt.
Like
what happened? How did we get here? What? No, we can't be panicking like that. You've got somebody in the dugout who can't pay. And I'm gonna be real with you, like baseball, real talk. Like baseball's at a point now where, let's be honest, we could manage a baseball game based on how they do it with analytics. Because legit, it's like you got the cheat sheet. It's like you got the cheat sheet. It's like, all right, like I've got to swap this pitcher out here at this time because the paper said I have to. I gotta make this move here because the paper said I have to. I've got to do this. We need to shift against this guy. We need to put 3 people on the left field side because the paper says I have to. But you're taking that and you're adding in the fact that Tony La Russa, he's going to use analytics. Everybody was kind of freaking out, saying that, oh my goodness, how are we getting here? I can't believe that we're going with this older guy in this situation. He's going to use analytics. He's still going to work with the analytical side of it, but he's also going to make things happen with his gut. And I think baseball needs a little bit of that.
Especially coming from, I mean, you heard it. We had Joe. When we had Joe, it was like, all right, that he's rolling for 5 innings, and he looks pretty good. But even though John Lester's pitching his turn out right now, we're gonna take him out.
Yeah,
you know
what I'm saying, and that's really what it is.
And it's really I feel like in some form or fashion it's really detrimental to the game because I feel like almost now I would say give or take 65% of the game is just based off how you manage it, and then like that literally shoots up to 75% when you get into the playoffs,
Right.
because you have to put players in according to matchups, and then some of it is just based off how they feeling
Absolutely.
and how they going. So I mean, it's definitely, I feel like he's gonna use it, but him being a Hall of Fame manager that he is, I think that they're in good hands with the team that they got right now, and the players seem to mess with it. So I mean,
And I like this point by is that Emmy? He said analytics cost to raise the World Series. Absolutely. Absolutely. When you rely too hard, and if you in here right now, man, like the video. If you rely too much on the analytics, if you rely, you're solely in on the analytics side of things. If you're solely in on trying, and I think that's the thing I like about Tony La Russa, because it was like Ricky Renteria. I mean, seems like he's a great guy. Seems like he does understand baseball, but he was too tied to the other end. And I just like Emmy said here, when you're too reliant on analytics. When you're too reliant on a team coming in and playing analytical ball, you go into a game in the fourth inning and you take, or the fifth inning, and you take out your best pitcher when the guy on the other side of the ball is literally like, I didn't think I was going to get a hit off of him. Mentally, I was struck out before I even got in there. When I saw them pull him, it was like, what? Like nobody could believe it. Nobody could believe they were pulling Blake Snell in that game. Nobody could believe they were pulling Blake Snell in that game. They literally just looked like, are you serious right now? And so I like that Tony is not completely tied to the analytics side of it. And I think that's absolutely going to help this team. I think that's absolutely going to be something. And we got a lot of people saying that the White Sox going all the way, winning the World Series. I love that.
Whoa, can we?
I love that. Hey, look, be hyped, be excited, because that's the kind of team we got. We can lose somebody that's going to hit 35 home runs a year, and we still feel good about the team. That tells you you're building something in the right direction, and I think that the Chicago White Sox are absolutely building something in the right direction, moving towards the right direction. Now, I will say this. And this is the one thing, and we could kind of touch on this. This is something that's big, right? With the Eloy situation, because like we said, that's 35 home runs a year. 30 to 35, 35 to 40 home runs a year, right? Is that on the Chicago White Sox for not protecting the player from himself? Because we heard all year, right? We heard, oh my goodness, Eloy wants to be a DH. Or Eloy doesn't want to be a DH. He wants to be a fielder. He wants to show that he can make improvements. He wants to show that he can. That's great. I love that you want to be a player. I love that you want to make improvements, that you want to improve your game. But let's be honest, he's not good. He's worse than Kyle Schwarber in left field. 110%.
Hey, and I was just about to say that too. Kyle Schwarber wanted to be out there too. You know what happened? He tore his ACL.
This is true. This is true.
I mean, like, to be real, like, I don't see where else he fits. Like, he's a
DH. He's a DH. He really is. He's a DH.
Like, and that's really what it is. Like, unless you're trying to move to first base or something.
No, absolutely not.
Like,
no.
Hey,
no, that glove ain't pretty.
Hey, we got.
But see, I don't like the way the White Sox are kind of tying to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we have to play him as a left fielder because he's too young to take out a left field. Why are we tied to these old, antiquated ways? Like that's to me, that's baseball's biggest issue. Now, to get the player himself to buy in on it, that could be tough. That can be tough. And we've seen guys who have been bad in the outfield, who have really been really bad in the outfield. And honestly, what they've done for him is just, hey, look, we're gonna put you out there. We're gonna see what you can do. If you can make an impact for us, if you can, great. If you can't, we'll figure it out. But this is legitimately, to me, detrimental from the team. Because you know the kind of trouble he gets in. You know, at a certain point, you got to protect the player from himself. That's my point. At a certain point, you have to protect the player from himself, and if you don't, you're risking what we've seen.
For me, it was just like, why was he even chasing that down to begin with? And it's like we in spring training right now.
Right.
Like the season ain't started. You know we need you. And truth be told, the lineup is scary when you look at it with his name just being in there.
Yeah.
So it's just like on some hand, like on one hand, I put this on the staff. Then on the other hand, like I gotta put it on him because you know better. And it's like I get that you want to show improvement, you want to show people that you stepped up, but bro, if it's not good, it's not good. Like I would just say, yo, I talked to Chief.
This ain't it.
It ain't it. Like
10 in the life.
It's not it for him. So I mean, you gotta. I think at the end of the day, he just gotta accept that DH role.
And you, as the manager, to me, that's on LaRussa, that's on Rick Hahn, that's on. You have to convince him of that. I get, like, you know, there's people saying, oh well, he doesn't want to be a DH yet. You don't want to hurt a guy's confidence. You don't want to, you know what I'm saying? But to me, it's no. You don't want him hurt. I'll tell you what, if his confidence is hurt, he can probably come back from that and still be productive because he can swing the bat. He's just talented. He has a gift. If you're hurt and you can't swing the bat, I can't use you.
You're right. You're right. The thing that I add to it too is this: like, if I'm Tony, I gotta sit him down and I gotta tell him like, hey, like, okay, we made the playoffs last year. This is what should be expected of us this year. If you want to take this further and we talking about winning the chip, I know you want to play in the outfield, but I need you here.
Yeah.
So that way we can get to the end goal. And to me, that's basically all it is. Now, he's going to be a little bit hurt by that, true, but at the end of the day, throughout the season, like when they're winning these games and progressing, he's going to wind up seeing the fruits of his labor.
Yeah. And it's not an easy transition. I know much just think, oh, just put him to DH, he'll be fine. No, that's not an easy transition because you're essentially going, and we know how baseball games are, you're essentially going one game at a time. You're getting 4 at-bats, and that's it. You have to keep your mind engaged. Even Frank Thomas, one of the best hitters of all time, said the switch was hard for me because you have to keep your mind engaged. You've been a part of every inning, every play for so long, and then you switch. Now at 24, see the other thing for me, the thing I don't like about he's only 24 doing this, and appreciate Marcos for commenting in. As long as the White Sox keep putting him in as in left field, how can you expect a 24-year-old not to compete to his maximum potential? I don't expect him not to compete to his maximum potential. I expect him to be smart though. You got to be smart. You can't be going for a home run in a spring training game. That home run means nothing. Him going after that ball means nothing. Him not getting that ball means nothing. And I almost wanted to commend him until I saw that he was hurt because even though he had went for it, he was reaching for the wall.
Yeah, I mean,
like you can tell he's learning different mechanics. You can tell he's learning different things. But to me, you have to be better than that. You have to be smarter than that. If you want to be successful, you have to be smarter than that.
He's definitely, yeah. I mean, I'm definitely with you. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, all it came down to was the fact that, you know, it was spring training, and he wanted to show that he improved. I mean, if you come back from spring training, off of a season that you want to improve, and you feel like you improved those skills, he's gonna want to go for that ball, but he also has to understand that he's an integral piece in what the White Sox are trying to do right now, especially with the moves they made, who they brought in. Like to them, like Tony La Russa is like the cream of the crop. And man, like you said,
Yeah.
Hall
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, for
Hall
sure.
of Fame. So it's not like they're trying to, say, oh, nah, we're going to stand pat what we got. They putting these pieces in place. And he's a key piece, and he just got to understand that. So when he get back, I feel like it's going to be a hard adjustment. But like I said, if he sits down, actually takes a look at what's going on, because to be honest, it's going to take a minute.
Yeah.
If he takes a look at what's going on, and then he actually does see the fruits in that label, then hey, like he might be able to buy in. It's all about getting him to buy in. So we'll see.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
And I like what Kid said there. Baseball's too long of a season to do that. And I'm not sure if what he's meaning. Kid on his way. Kid, get here. Pink slips at the door, my boy. I'm not sure if what he means by that is I'm gonna assume what he means, and he'll tell us once he gets in here. But to me, I'm thinking he's talking about it's too long of a season for you to be jumping over the wall in a spring training game. We need you, and to me, I think you have to put a lot of the onus on the Chicago White Sox. The players have moments where they can't see past the moment. And so, like Rick Hahn said when he came out, I can't fault the guy for trying to make a play. Fine. We're going to do that? Fine. You can't fault him in the spring training game? That's fine. Okay. We're not faulting him. I'm faulting you. Because if you know a player is going to make a play like that, if you know a player is that dedicated to going to get that ball, to going over the fence, you have to take that player away from hurting himself. And Eloy's not that. He doesn't seem like the kind of player, at least to me. He don't seem like that Kobe. Kobe was the kind of guy that's like, you're not taking me out this game. I will fight you.
Like, we're going to throw in.
We will throw hands, and then I'll go in and knock down this free throw. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah.
You have to protect the player from themselves. If the player can't go, take him off the floor.
Yeah.
There's a difference between being hurt and being injured.
Yeah, and the thing is, like I was saying, it's literally all about a bigger picture, because at the end of the day, like I said, this on paper, this is one of the best teams.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be one of the best teams in the AL right now. Like this season coming up, they already made the playoffs. So at the least, people are expecting. I mean, and the chat just said it. Like, at least people are expecting ALCS, possibly World Series.
Absolutely.
Like, so you gotta know what you signed up for. Know what your strengths are. Know what your weaknesses are.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to swallow that pill, and even though it's gonna be tough, at the end of the day, if y'all are winning, it shouldn't matter. Like, where you at on that? Because too, and I would say even look at it like this real quick, because who's his replacement?
They're probably gonna bring up good grief, I can't think of his name right now. Rookie, he's a young guy coming from AAA. Let me look it up because his name is slipping me right now. But yeah, he's a young guy who's essentially he was going to be your DH this season coming in.
Yeah.
So,
I mean that right there, I would just say, like, let's just say for the sake of this conversation, Sox are rolling. He's in the outfield and they're rolling. So it's like, you feel me? You might have to take that DH role.
Yeah.
Like that's just something that you might have to do. But at the end of the day, if we win in the World Series, like, you upset because you're not playing in the outfield, or you want to get this ring. Choice is yours.
And to me, it's one of those things that everybody can see it. And it's not, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, to me, it's not Andrew Vaughn. Good grief. Thanks, Baki. Andrew Vaughn.
Baki P1.
Baki P1, man. Helping us out here. To me, it's not even the fact that you're missing Eloy. It's the fact that he's taking himself out. And as an organization, you see that. And as an organization, your standpoint was, okay, we can't put Eloy in that position because he's 24. Well, now you're taking another young guy because your 24-year-old got himself hurt, and you're putting him in that position because that young guy was going to play DH. So where's the problem here? You were going to pull a young guy at DH. Andrew Vaughn is supposed to be the White Sox DH this season. So you were going to put a young guy at DH. Why is it a problem with Eloy instead of with Andrew Vaughn? Because now you have to take a player who's never played the position. He played it in college, I believe, or high school, I believe. Played it in high school. And that's it. That's not major leagues. That's different. Now they've kind of got a system set up where literally it's like anything to the right of me, or what is it? Anything to the left of me is Luis Roberts.
I saw that.
Anything to the right, I got that. Anything kind of to the front, that's Tim. I'm gonna stand right here. If the ball don't come right here, that's it. That's it. And look, that apparently that's the Eloy plan. It ain't work out. It's not working out. You know what I'm saying? Like if he can't get on board with that plan, what's going on?
I mean, the plan sounds pretty simple to me.
But again, it goes back to why I believe that it's an organizational thing where the organization has to protect the player. The organization has to protect the player. I like seeing Eloy go after the ball. I like seeing that he wants to make a play. I don't like seeing it in preseason because we know that he's a guy who's prone to hurting himself.
Nah, yeah, most definitely. But because Baki said, he said, "Here's my thing too, fellas. Vaughn is a first baseman by trade, so now we got to see if he can do it at the major league level." So it's like he not gonna be DHing.
Yeah,
and he's out of position.
Right.
So, like. Well, where's the drawback to that? I mean, the only thing like it's a good problem to have, but you just hate to see it, and I feel like people, Sox fans especially hate to see it because it's like, yo, everybody was looking up and ready to go,
and they still are. I think that's the sad part. To me, the saddest part about it is it reminds me of the 05 White Sox where this train is still moving without you when the Sox lost Frank Thomas. It kills me that Frank Thomas didn't get to play in the World Series. Kills me. But this train does not stop because you are not here. And there's enough firepower on this team that, let's be real, if you break down kind of how good this team is, in my opinion, Eloy Jimenez is probably your fourth best player.
Oh, yeah, easy.
I'm putting your MVP and Jose Abreu above him. I'm putting Tim Anderson above him because they're giving me versatility on both sides of the ball. I'm putting TA. He getting better. He getting better. Y'all leave TA alone. He's getting better. I would probably put Yohan Moncada above him based on how he's feeling this season, coming off of a COVID season, and then probably Luis Robert. Luis Robert is absolutely above him. So this is your fourth best player. This is your fourth best player that you lost. But he's one of my favorites. He's one of the guys that I love on this team. He's sitting there, hey, Mom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Cubs. Shout out to y'all.
Don't. Why,
shout out to y'all. See, I had to take it there.
Why,
because it's the rivalry, my boy. It's the rivalry. You know, it's the rivalry. I think, if anything, the rivalry is going to be more alive this year than anything.
I know it's definitely.
I definitely think the rivalry is going to be. Well, look, kid in the chat. Screw the Sox, though. Hey, man.
I hate respectfully.
Let me see. Emmy says, then we're blaming Rick, Kenny, and Tony. Yeah, I am, in my opinion.
Dude, you got to understand.
In my opinion, I would blame him. Shout out to Brian being in here. Said that's basically how most outfields work with most teams. The White Sox will still be better than the Cubs. Absolutely. No, yeah, I'm blaming Rick, Kenny, and Tony. Maybe not so much Kenny. Kenny ain't doing much now. They got him. He's head of pencils. They didn't push Kenny up the head of pencils. But I have to blame them because, in my opinion, What are you doing? You're sending a player out there to do the same things over and over again. That's insanity. That's called insanity. When you continue to do something over and over again, that is the definition of insanity. When it's not working. And we've seen, now not to this extent where he's hurt himself this bad, but we've seen Eloy get hurt making bad plays. We've seen Eloy get hurt making bad plays.
And it's just like, why are you like if I'm Tony,
yeah,
I'm just telling him like, look, like I'm not saying we not going out like it's a spring training game, but like, bro, you don't gotta be pushing it 100%.
To
right
me,
now,
the
bro.
fact that he's even out there in sprint, you should be prepping him at DH. You should be prepping him at DH. You should have had him coming into the season mentally prepared to play.
Let him get his bat ready.
I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And I get, Ingles not out there right now. They're dealing with some injuries on that side, on the defensive side of the ball. So I get it. But to me, it's you have to make the smart decision. You have to find your next left fielder then. You should have been in on Jock Peterson then.
Which, by the way,
swinging that thing. And we're going to get into that as well. Swinging that thing, dog. I mean, it's wild. It's wild what Jock Peterson is doing over there. But, I mean, that's what he do. Hey, look, it's boom or bust. He going to strike out a whole lot this season. But if he make contact, it might go over the wall.
No, yeah, most definitely. I mean, that's basically what you get paid to do. Like, I be saying it all the time. Some of these players be doing stuff that be out of their pay grade. Kind of. And then after that, they wonder why certain stuff end up happening.
Yeah.
Like, and believe me, I get it. Like, you out there trying to prove yourself.
Yeah.
And he was a little bit extra, but bro, like the Sox didn't need that right now. But like I said, I mean, like you said too, with him being the fourth best player on the squad, and us not even really mentioning Luis Roberts like that, like they're in good hands. So
you just drop a whole state commercial on this right now. They're in good hands. This is what Brian is saying. And Brian, for those of y'all that don't know, shout out my boy Brian Bridges, man. Grew up together, played ball, all that good stuff. But he played in college. He understands the game very well. It says players got to learn, though, especially if that's their job. Players are brought into a team to do a job, and spring training is for when players work on things that they need and earn a spot. Some teams can't guarantee spots to any rookie or any veteran. I agree. I'm fine with, and like I said, if you look at the play, this is the crazy part about the play. Go back and look at the play. His mechanics are right. All until he's hanging off the wall. He's going back. He's tracking the ball. He's got this hand out. He's looking for the fence, which is something we did not see Eloy do last season. Eloy said, I'm running. I am running that way. He's looking for the wall. You see him feeling for it. He finds the wall, times his jump. Everything mechanically was good until he's hanging off of the wall for no reason. To me, it's one of those things you just got to realize, hey, I'm not in that position. I'm not in that position to make that play.
It's just, yeah, you gotta know when to bail. You gotta know when to bail, honestly, because it's just I was really looking forward to seeing him this year, bro. Because I'm definitely checking out some Sox games along with my Cubs games, but bro, like this team. But this team is looking ridiculous, bro. Honestly, bro, I'm more like, and honestly, to be real with you, I'm more excited to see Michael Kopech, bro.
Dog, we ain't even touched on the pitching staff yet.
I'm telling you,
we ain't even touched on the pitching staff yet, my boy.
If
them boys dangerous.
If Lucas Giolito keep this up, and Michael Kopech come in doing damage like everybody said he was supposed to,
yeah,
bro.
The boy's dangerous. Them boys dangerous, man. And you have to know that this team is set up in the right position all the way down, and you finally got somebody that can manage those pitchers. And you're getting back guys who were supposed to be starting pitchers. You're putting Michael Kopech, Gary Crochet, you're putting them in the bullpen. What? Dangerous. This team is dangerous. But we didn't come in here. We're not gonna spend all day on my White Side. You know what I'm saying? Lot of good to talk about there. But I want to touch on the Cubs as well, man. And we appreciate y'all for tuning in with us. So, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the page, all that good stuff. We are live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on the Contender. If you're wondering what the Contender is, the Contender is basically if you can't stick around for the entire show, we are live on there, and we do our second hour over on there. It's audio only right now. We're gonna get to a point where we're doing the video all the way through, but right now we're just doing that second hour on the audio only. And man, it's such a pleasure to rock with them boys over on the Contender, and to really be able to just tune in, and we wanted this show to be a simulcast from the beginning.
Yeah, this is basically what we wanted.
And we wanted this show to be a simulcast from the beginning, a Mike and Mike kind of show, and now we've achieved that.
We doing
big things out here. So y'all stay in tune with us, man. Y'all stay in tune with us. And if you want to keep rocking with us, if you got to dip out and you want to just keep listening to us, check us out on the Contender. Link is in the description. Man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. We really, really do. We really do. Let's get into these Cubs, my boy. Let's get into these Cubs because your boys here. Let me talk about your boys. Man. What's going on with your boys?
Let's talk about it.
Let's start off. What's your prediction for these boys? What's your prediction? Give the people your prediction.
Listen, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. First in the division. We get first in the division. We gotta get out to a hot start. Cause I feel like if we don't get out to a hot start, we having a fast sale at the trade deadline, basically.
Really?
But
yeah. It could be that. It could be that.
Like I feel like the season we gotta get off to a hot start early, and if we get off to a hot start, I feel like we finishing off first in the division. But I feel like if you want my honest opinion, I feel like we plan to tale of two seasons off rip, because if we start off slow, some trades is coming at the trade deadline, and we gonna have to get rid of some cornerstone pieces from that 2016 team. And trust me, everybody love that 2016 team. But bro, we ain't looking the same.
Yeah.
If we come off hot, then I mean I just feel like that's a plus. I feel like we're gonna finish first in the division. Maybe make the NLDS, but if I'm being honest, that's about it. Like, and I love my Cubs, but I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like,
how far? I mean, really, I'm gonna be real with you. As far as my prediction, I still see them winning the division. Because I think the Brewers are down. I think the Cardinals are going to be your toughest competition. And Brian in here, he diehard Cardinals fan, man. I think the Cardinals are going to be your toughest competition, legitimately. And look, it could get. Okay.
Yeah, Cardinals fan.
Okay, you.
That's
not the bat you want to come swinging at.
Not this year. The Cardinals is dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cardinals is dangerous.
Absolutely,
they got that.
And so to me, I think it's one of those things where look, like you said, they're dangerous. They're a team that can absolutely come out and you don't know which way they're gonna go. But I'm still gonna pick the Cubs to win the Central because I think it's for one reason only. There's better names there. Like the names of Javi Baez, Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, Wilson Contreras. If they get hot.
Jock
Peterson. If they get hot. If Jason Hayward can hit. Now you're only two pitchers deep. You're only two pitches deep.
But that's my problem.
Because I'm not here with Jake either. I'm sitting there talking about Arrieta still got it. He's gonna be able to paint the corners.
No, bro. Like this ain't 2016.
What?
What did he say?
What did he say?
But bro, like and that's what I feel like. Because when I was like, when I heard the news they re-signed Jake, I'm like, okay.
To me, when I heard the news they re-signed Jake, I was just like, why didn't you re-sign John Lester? You had that already.
I'm like, okay,
you
cool.
had that already.
We re-signed Jake. What is that supposed to do?
At this point, you just re-signing people.
Like, this ain't 2016 Jake no more, bro. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, we gotta get something out of the squad early. Like we need big early returns.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just feel like now, like the rest of management, everybody's just looking like, all right, we got a big name team. Like we top heavy. Like you see the names, Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, Wilson Contreras, and we got Javi.
Yep.
But you only could pick one.
I mean, and that's the thing. If it does come down to a scenario where they're not able to get the W, where they're struggling through trying to make it happen, who do you keep? I think Bryant's going off rip.
No, Brian is going.
I think Brian's going off rip.
I'm gonna take it a step further. I think Brian is going off rip, and he going to Philly.
Ooh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous over there. You got Bryce Harper. You got a little Chris Bryant action.
Hey, that's his boy though.
Absolutely, his boy.
That's his boy. They've been I think balling together since high school. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah. Like I think he gone. I would say, if it was me, I would trade Wilson because I feel like you get the most value for Wilson, and then you got to build around Javi.
Right.
I feel like if you keep Rizzo, that's just saying that we finna eat these L's, but we got somebody here just for namesake to make the fans feel good, which is cool. But it's like, you feel me? We don't have to fully restart.
You don't think so?
If we got, well, we gonna have to start over, but like we still got Javi.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not feeling that as bad.
See, I'm gonna be real with you, and this is my thing with it. If I'm gonna keep anybody, as crazy as this sounds, right? As crazy as this sounds, I would keep Rizzo.
All right.
And I'm gonna tell you why, right? I'm gonna tell you why. Now Rizzo older, but we know in today's day and age, it's not like back in the day when you're 31. Jesus, he's dead. Basically, he basically died on the field.
No knees.
It's not like that.
Game.
It's not like that. And so, and I'll get your opinion on it being a Cubs fan.
Right.
Out of your, let's say, last three seasons, who has been the only consistent player on your team?
I would say Rios. I would say Rios.
Javi Baez is asking for $200 million.
Which
Chris Bryant's asking for $3 million, so he's instantly out of there. You gotta go.
Nah, yeah, he out.
You gotta go. But I mean, if you get to a point where you're losing consistently, and it's just not going how you planned, if I gotta lose Wilson, I gotta lose Wilson. But I think in a situation like that, you can also keep one other person. You can keep Anthony Rizzo and possibly Wilson Contreras. To me, that's a better matchup because as good as Javi is with the glove, right? We love Javi. He's flashy. I think Javi's the first person that's ever made me say, yo, that's got to be the best tagger I've ever seen in baseball. What does that even mean? But Javi Baez tag you out between the legs, falling away, doing a front flip, and throws out the dude at first. Great defensive player. Crazy. But when I think about top defenses, or when I think about top teams in the league, I'm thinking about that bat. I'm thinking about what are you doing on the other side of the ball? Just like Eloy Jimenez. On one side of the ball, Eloy's knocking that thing out of the ballpark. He's more impactful for me there. So what can you do on both sides?
I mean,
and to me, if you asking for $200 million and you hitting 200, you can't ask me for $1 million for every bit of percentage you got. And I know batting average is not a big percent that people are looking at. They're looking at, launch trajectory and all the analytics. Great. But yo, you hitting 200 with an OBP of 260?
Yeah, that's not.
I can't pay you $200 million for that. I don't care how much we love you.
Yeah, like, cause I've always said, to me, I don't care what nobody say till my last breath. Javi gonna be the best defensive shortstop I've ever seen. Next to Jeter. Next to Jeter, but
Jeter's not even on the list to me.
But bro,
I'm gonna be real with you. The best defensive shortstop I've ever seen switched halfway through his career and went to third base, and that's Alex Rodriguez. A-Rod was that good. And he was better at third base. He probably was a better.
I'm just.
Well, no, I'm tweaking. Because he was short. True. Alex was short.
Yeah, but he's consistent on defense.
Alexei Ramirez. No, I'm just playing.
I left the track.
Ringo's gone.
But it's like, yeah, he's consistent on defense, and for like what you asked him for. Like, I can't give you that. Like, it's not like, see, if he was giving me Manny Machado.
Yeah, how you leaving Ozzie Smith out of that? Well, he said we got a text from the producers out in New Jersey. Shout out James Flippin. Said the fact that he said Ozzie Smith. He said that he's ever seen. He said that he's ever seen.
I've ever seen.
He said so. He's talking about in his lifetime.
Like, yeah. Hey, I'll be the first person to tell you. It's 100 and.
Hey, P Kid, pink slips at the door. Come on in, ladies and gentlemen, join in the chat. Mr. P Kid, Petty Casanova. No, my bad.
It's over.
And the paper towels in the studio bathroom. My bad. That's on me.
It's over 100 and something games in baseball. Like,
yeah.
I'm probably catching only like 60 of them.
Out of 162 games, you catching 60?
That's a great move right there, by the way, because I ain't catching that many. So anyway,
I'm keeping it on the beat, bro. Like, do you know how hard it is to watch baseball on TV?
Listen, baseball in all actuality is 18 minutes of action. Like, it's a 3-hour game.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Y'all gonna have to cut me some slack,
18
bro.
minutes of action. It's a 3-hour game.
I love it though. I really do. I love baseball. Hey, look. But here's the thing. I love baseball. I'm catching maybe 100. Also, because of times and stuff like that, like a game will randomly you'll be going to work one day on a Tuesday and just be like 11 o'clock start. Wait a minute.
Oh, but by the way, I'm catching all the games this year because I'm just gonna watch the highlights.
I feel like baseball's because y'all see me doing the highlight videos for the Bulls and stuff. You don't get what happened in the game off of the highlights, off of the full game highlights to me.
No, you don't.
Like, I don't know the intricacies of what went down in the game. In baseball, I feel like I can get away with that.
All I'm saying is, as the person who walked in as the Cubs fan and Yankees fan, as you can see, that I'm proudly wearing my Yankees hats.
Anyway, you had to turn it over, bro. That's on you.
Listen. I
got an AL and NL team. Mine's the Sox and Brewers.
I'll tell you this much. I heard Javi Baez being the best shortstop you've ever seen. I concur with that. I heard Derek Jeter on that list, and you said he's not even on yours. Shame on
Derek Jeter.
Hey, listen.
Derek Jeter. Hey, hold on, Mr. Numbers. Hold on, Mr. Numbers. Go look at the numbers. Derek Jeter wasn't the best player on his team.
Listen. Numbers lie.
Okay.
Numbers lie.
Hey, look, women lie, men lie. Numbers don't lie.
But they don't tell the full story.
They don't tell the full story. I agree with that. And you can't take away. He's the heart and soul of them Yankees teams. I don't take that away from him.
He's the Draymond Green of the Yankees.
No, that's disrespect. Okay, all right. You know what?
He's a Clay Thompson.
I'm gonna let y'all Cubs it out real quick. I'm gonna just go check on
Clay Thompson.
I'm the disrespectful one.
Hey, listen.
The Draymond Green?
That was disrespectful.
Dog, come on, dog.
Hey, listen, I had to come in with a bang. I was already
Yeah,
late.
no, that's not a bang, dog. That's not a bang. That wasn't it.
First of all, I hate Chicago traffic.
Yeah, they'll do that to you. That's all right, though. That's all right. You here. You here.
It's worse than LA traffic at this point.
No, because LA traffic. Hey, look, LA traffic.
New York
LA.
traffic?
I'm not gonna say that. It wasn't even gonna be bad, but just I'm not gonna bring that cloud over the show.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Let's go with that. But
I was LA and traffic. That's all you need to know, and
There
then
we go.
you can figure out what was going there. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, and it's not even on some disrespectful stuff.
Yep, there we go. All right.
But to me, I mean, listen, we got a few minutes left in the first hour of the show. We hope y'all all come over to the second hour on the Contender. Like I said, check out the link in the description below. Is it in the description below? I will add that into the description below before we get up out of here.
Oh yeah, everybody, please come over.
Come over, because we're gonna try to take some calls. We're gonna be spicy. We're gonna keep the talk going.
On top of that, stay tuned. We actually gonna be doing content all day. I just decided randomly on my way here that I want to debate today.
Oh, you want to debate? Man?
Yeah, we're gonna debate. We're gonna debate on my channel.
You want to debate?
We're gonna debate at 7:30.
That's fine.
Yeah, there we go.
That's fine. Okay. We can get it.
We're gonna debate at 7:30.
We can get it. Is your channel set up for live?
I don't know.
We're gonna find out.
So that's what we're gonna do.
I love it.
Come in with a bang.
But before we get up out of here, let me get your thoughts. How do you feel this Cubs team is gonna do this season?
I know they're gonna lead the NL Central. I said it right. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know they're gonna do that. It's interesting because it's like I'm not mad at the moves the Cubs made because it seems to be working out so far. But let's put this into perspective. What was it? Trevor
Bauer?
No, the other one. It's on our team. Williams. Is it Williams? It's one of the pitchers. First name Trevor.
You digging deep on this one, dog.
All I know is he led last year most home runs. Gave up the most home runs. He was tied with two other people. Gave up the most home runs, but he played the less innings. So in my opinion, he gave up more home runs.
Yeah.
And so when I looked at that, I was like, man, that's an interesting pickup. And Zach Davies is not Yu Darvish, but it's not a bad pickup.
Oh yeah, Zach Davies ain't bad.
It's not a bad pickup, but he ain't Yu Darvish. So I was like confused. Then we brought Jake back. I was like, okay, I feel like we're getting the band back together and then we're retooling it. But it's like
you traded Jake for John Lester essentially, which is the wildest thing.
Yeah, I know, right? And it's like, are we like? So it's enough to say, I think the Cubs are like the Cowboys. Like they're gonna lead their division, they lead the division. But that's about it.
But it's because it's a bad division too.
Exactly.
It's because it's a bad division.
What I'm saying? So it's like it's like the Cowboys.
I can see that.
But it's America's team. Well, one of America's teams. One of the most popular teams.
I would say Cubs and Yankees are probably two biggest
most popular teams in the world. So they're gonna have broadcasted stuff like that, and the Sox are not gonna get as much airtime, just because like if the Cubs are marginally good, they're gonna get more play, more mainstream play.
Yeah. True.
But if I have to be honest and just unbiased, just based off the teams I like, I think the Sox are a better team. They're poised to win.
Yeah.
The way on paper they look real good.
Oh yeah, I said ALCS.
Besides the dude making stupid plays and what's the name? But I mean, like they
gotta protect the player from
real good. The Crosstown Classic gonna be lit. That's all I care about. All I care about who wins that at this point.
Crosstown Classic is gonna be fun this year.
That's really,
and we'll be live for those. Don't worry about it. We'll be live for those.
So if you're a real Chicago sports fan, you know that Crosstown Classic, it goes down. I love it. I've seen people get into full out fights on the train station over that game. Both teams sucked at the time, by the way.
And that's really how it goes.
Absolutely sucked.
And that's really how it goes.
They fought. Like we were sitting there about one of these teams was going to actually win. No, none of these teams, I forgot what year it was, but none of them were in October. I'm
trying to tell you, y'all both suck.
And I just sat there watching. It was like, man, that's interesting. Like I want to have that much love for a team that I suck, and I still want to beat my rival so bad. I get in a fist fight on the train station. Like I really wanted to have that love for the team. I don't. I just don't.
It does not exist in my DNA.
Yeah. But bro, do y'all remember 2 years ago when they was like, It was a little time. I believe it was 2 years ago. It was like a little time period when they was both in first place.
That was 2 years ago. They
For-
both
for-
started the season in
But
first.
I feel like it was
Yeah.
for like a month and a
A
half.
hot second.
Yeah, but I didn't see anybody fight. Then.
And Marks was like,
fight when we're good. Like, don't fight when we're both bad. God, like,
well, they fought when they was both good. It was just the players doing it.
It
was just the players doing it.
Hey, Baki, you know it. Drunken fights are crossed out. Listen, you go down a rush street.
Hey, and we definitely, because we getting we gonna let y'all know we getting these reaction videos. We doubling down on them. We gonna have a whole little show based off of that. Dog, we gotta do one on baseball fights. We gotta do one on the hockey mugs too. The hockey mugs are hilarious. But we gonna do this? Yeah. All right, let's do it. All right. But we gotta do one on the baseball. Bro, baseball be wild. B-Mugs just it'd be 37 people ready to fight, and nobody do nothing. But man, we really appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. PK got here for the last 10 minutes, so shout out to him. Clap it up for him. In the chat, shout out to him.
Now, if you don't know, again, the show is not over. We got a whole nother hour. We're going to talk about Bulls. We're going to talk about Bears.
Absolutely.
I got some smoke for the Bears.
Okay.
Got some smoke for the fans of the Bears.
Oh, interesting. Right, listen, that's not surprising.
Listen. I'm bringing smoke. Hey, listen. So come over to the Contender. Listen, is the chat going to be the same? No, it's not going to be. We're working on that, but we got some call-ins, things of that nature.
We're working on some call-ins, so you might actually be able to call into the show. We're going to try that out. We're going to test that out today. We're working through a lot of kinks, man, as always, but y'all know how we do.
But listen, we're trying to make the Contender a mainstay for where you catch our content. So listen, help us build that out. Come on, Mike, right over. Still send your comments through the chat, because guess what? We can still see it, even though the live link might not be there. So we can still kind of interact on that. But I got some smoke for these two today.
Smoke? Like fresh smoke?
I had 2 hours to sit in the car and think about it. I got 2 hours of doing nothing but sitting there following this blue Chevy SS, who just seemed to just want to it was a nice sounding engine. I give them that, but it still looks like a souped up Malibu. Like they waste a total space. I'm a car guy too. If you all don't know, like I love the specs of it, but it's a horrible design. Totally off topic. Why did you do that? Okay.
You did that.
Shut up. Anyway, listen. Keeping it interesting. I know we got a break coming up.
Coming in spicy.
Hey, listen. I had 2 hours to sit there. I'm thinking I'm gonna leave out early, get here early. Oh no. Life had a different plan. So guess what? You all get to take all this rage. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, listen. You all are locked in this room with me. Let's go.
Hey,
let's go.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. For Petty Casanova P Kid with all of the spice. My boy Stefan the Dime Ringo J. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. The link is in the description below. If y'all want to check that out, get in tune with that, just refresh the page real quick. You should be able to click over. We'll see y'all on the other side. As always, see y'all in a little bit. Peace.